Dear guests, good evening everybody. Welcome to CEU Business School. And thank you for finding time this Wednesday late afternoon or early evening and joining us for our MBA open house. We welcome you and we hope that you find the event interesting and also you will gain the useful information. All of you received the folders. You can find the detailed agenda of the event. And hopefully we will follow the agenda minute by minute, so it means that by 8 o'clock we should move upstairs on our nice terrace. The weather is lovely outside, so we can have some networking sessions, some drinks and food. And you can see people, our staff, faculty, current students and alumni. Please feel free to ask questions and gain as much as possible information about the program. We are here for that, to help you with that. So now, if we don't have any questions, let's move to the event itself. Let me give the floor to our Dean and Professor Mel Horwitch. And a few words before Mel starts, let me introduce him. Professor Horwitch, before joining CEU Business School, worked and he taught at Technology Management at Polytechnic Institute of New York University. He also served as the faculty director of the Clean Tech Executive Program of the New York Poly. Besides that, he's a distinguished expert on entrepreneurship and innovation management. He's an author of a number of publications in the field. He's been a visiting professor at London Business School, University of Paris Dauphine, Oxford University, Sloan School, MIT, and Harvard Business School. He is a graduate of Princeton University and holds MBA and doctorate from Harvard Business School. And last but not least, he's been a Peace Corps volunteer in Thailand. If I missed anything, please.
I forgot them all.
Thank you. Please, floor is yours.
Well, thank you. Thanks, David, and I want to welcome everybody here. I see some faces I know and a few faces who I hope to know during the next academic year. And what I'd like to do is kind of identify with you. I haven't been here, now I'm talking to the potential candidates here at the school. I want to identify with you. I haven't been here very long. I'm the new dean. I can't really even tell you much about the program. There are other people here who are much better informed than I am. But I just want to say that you and I had a choice that you have now. Why would I want to come to CEU Business School? What is it about this institution that would make me leave a nice place, New York City, maybe some of you have heard of New York City, a job that was really a great job, and like you, I had lots of choices. I had all kinds of programs that we mentioned. We're doing a terrific and exciting clean tech program in New York and sustainability, something I'd like to bring here, by the way, next year, and I could have stayed in New York and would have been very comfortable with my kids in New York and so on, but I decided to come to CEU Business School. And I just want to tell you why I did it and why I think it's something that you should consider strongly. First of all, I'm going to talk to you about the present, and then I'll talk to you a little bit about the future. The present, why CEU Business School is a great place now. It's unique, it's a jewel, it's located in a terrific city, Budapest. It's kind of a crossroads. It represents something that I think is almost unparalleled in management education. The faculty is outstanding, and I thought it was outstanding even before I made the choice to come here, and getting to know my colleagues over the past 4 months, getting to know them very well. Actually, they are unique, they're terrific to work with, they're completely accessible for the students, they're dedicated to their profession, and they go the last mile in doing it. I mean, we have an example, you'll see Mache later, a distinguished faculty member of ours. He decided to do original curriculum development, to bug the dean to get resources to do a movie, and the dean finally gave in. And I've never seen anything like that before. Zoltan is here, and Zoltan is outstanding in creating a classroom experience and creating innovative processes so everybody learns. who goes the last mile. I never told Zoltan this, to make sure that every student is important, feels important, and structures the learning experience around each and every student. And that sort of signifies something about this institution. The curriculum is modern, it's pace setting, it has an underlying theme of leadership and transnationalism, and it's something we're going to improve on in the future. And there's a whole ecosystem here of alumni, faculty, students, the larger university, CEU, where everyone is close and works together. There are no boundaries here. And that's unique in any kind of business school I've been at, and I've been in a lot of them, and usually the boundaries are very strong. As they say at Harvard, the river is very wide between the school and the rest. So this organization is committed, and we have many, many staff people here who stay late, work on weekends. If there's any kind of issue with a student, if a student is ill, they make sure that that student gets the best attention, and they'll even call the dean in the middle of the night on a Sunday to make that happen. We are not satisfied. We are continually trying to improve our curriculum. We do it both incrementally and radically. An example of this is the entrepreneurship concentration that we now offer. It's in our MBA curriculum, and it's one of the things that we're going to anchor the whole business school experience on in the future. And I'll come to that in a second. So we also now have a new learning experience, a global city experience in New York City that will be open to our MBA students, and that will take place in the spring, and we'll spend about 9 days in New York City gaining that experience, since we do give an American MBA. So there's also, I just want to kind of touch on the past for 1 second. There's a unique heritage at CEU Business School. It's unique at the university, it's unique at the business school. It has to do with the Open Society, it has to do with George Soros, who contributed the money to make the whole university and the business school click and work. We're the largest endowed, we have the most endowment of any institution of higher education in the continent of Europe. Actually, within Europe, I think only Oxford and Cambridge, you may have heard of them, have a larger endowment in Europe. So, and not only do we have a large endowment, because as you know, sometimes money is dangerous, but we try to use it well. We try to use it to improve what we're doing, to go the next mile and do it, and that's very, very important. I want to mention something else. This institution and the university was founded on a special idea called the Open Society, where we try to bring not just best practices, but democracy, human rights, and we want to bring that to the world. We want to be good corporate citizens, good institutional citizens. And that is very important. One thing that was missing from the Open Society when it was started was, what is the role of entrepreneurship? What's the role of bringing economic opportunity to an economy? What's the role of bringing hope, economic hope? And one thing we do at CEU Business School, we contribute to the notion of the Open Society by also adding the idea that you really can't have democracy, human rights, unless you give people hope. So they can not just have bread on the table, but also there's hope for a better future. And we try to do that at CEU Business School for the rest of the university. So I just want to say a couple more words about the future. In the future that you will be in, and you are the future. You are the future. And I can tell you right now that the future, in some ways, I hope, is even going to be more exciting than the past or the present. The future, you are entering an institution that is on the move. It's in sync with the 21st century, maybe in a way it had not been up to now. We have all kinds of plans to take what we have as a great education experience already, and a great organization already, and a great learning culture already, and we are going to make it even better. We're going to introduce entrepreneurship, and innovation management, the creation of new things under the sun. We're going to introduce new ways to utilize technology, not from the point of view of an engineer or a computer scientist, but from a managerial point of view into our learning and into how you make strategic decisions about a company. We already have a very, very fine special course given by Professor Boudreau called Action Learning. We're going to build on that unique course, which most schools don't have, most business schools in the world don't have, and we're now planning to introduce an incubator where new startups can work together, can be in the same place, where students will have the opportunity to work with startups in order to see what it means to bring a new enterprise into fruition and to scale up, not just start, but to ramp up, which, as many of you know, is a key problem in innovation and entrepreneurship. So there are new vistas. I hope, and this is sort of a pet area of mine, that we will be stronger in sustainability and clean tech, which is another key industry and area of opportunity. It's not just something that's good. It's an area of opportunity in the 21st century. I believe that we're at clean tech and sustainability now is like the internet was in the mid-90s. It's about to take off, where there are all kinds of ways that smart professionals can have a terrific career and make money if they want. So we're kind of a portal into a very, very cosmopolitan world, and I think we're the only real portal in this region that really can introduce best practices and then gain traction here and elsewhere in the world, particularly in emerging economies, but not only that. That's the kind of, we not only do we have great teaching, but we do research. Not only do we have great teaching, but we have permanent faculty. We just don't bring in adjuncts. We have a terrific cadre of permanent faculty, and then we complement it with outstanding adjuncts, professionals, people who are really out there doing things who we vetted and we think our students can really learn from and develop great courses. So there's a sort of a balance between theory and practice, between research and practitioners, and we try to put this together in a very modern way. So we represent a kind of new style business school designed for an ecosystem in the 21st century. And that is including some areas that we're going to emphasize even more in the future. Leadership, not just leadership, but also creative leadership to do new things. And this is an area that's just ripe for learning and I think to be an MBA and get this kind of interaction and exposure will give them an advantage in their career. As I said, entrepreneurship and innovation management is going to be even more important than it's been, and that's new. And we're going to kind of have an ecosystem approach. We're going to leverage the whole environment. We're going to work with our partners, our outside partners. We have all kinds of exchange programs. Professor Mayer is in charge of the exchange programs at other universities, and we're going to learn from our partners, and we're going to interact with them. We also have very, very close relationships with other departments at the university: environmental studies, law, public policy, economics. And we're going to have more courses and more interactions so that those of you who are interested in really seeing the state of the art in kind of very sophisticated areas of financial economics, for example, can work with Professor Peter Condor in the economics department, who wins awards being a leader in the kind of financial engineering and financial services. So we have these new models. We're developing a new IT infrastructure. Professor Ross is here. Using Moodle, which is used now all over the world, and so we're having a much more robust IT learning infrastructure. And of course, we're bringing the highest standards of professionalism. Not just how to be a professional, but also in terms of ethics and integrity and corporate social responsibility. We just won an award, a $3 million grant from Siemens to launch a whole project on integrity, trying to bring integrity to the world. Professor Peter Hardy is in charge of that. So, I mean, this is a school that it's a great place. Now we have this new style. We're working with people all over the world. We have a terrific network of people everywhere. We're completely international. There's no place I've seen on earth that has as many people from different backgrounds as we do. We are not simply a Hungarian school. We're certainly not an American school, but we're sort of balanced throughout the world, advanced and emerging, north and south, east and west. And we all sort of come together in this crossroads city where it's a great place to live. So I think that, you know, your timing is impeccable to consider this place, and I'm just excited to be here, and I'll learn with you. Thank you very much.